So, if you want to know, this is my 2016 KTM 690 Enduro R. I had in my intro video, I said I had a DRZ before this, and it was a good bike. Like, it's probably, it's almost as much fun as this, other than this is just so crazy fast. Lots of times you don't need fast, it's just exciting acceleration, you know what that's like. So I'll tell you, I'll go through a little bit of what I've done to it already, and what I want to do, and yeah, there's not too much left I have to do, and then we'll get on the bike and go ride. So first and foremost, that little Stator Plug down there, that orange Stator Plug, you can see that? That's the coolest part. The coolest mod I've done. It just adds a little bling. It doesn't do anything else, just adds some bling. It's not the coolest part, not the coolest mod, but it's a pretty cool mod. Every time I look at it, I think, wow, that actually looks really cool. But there's a couple other ones you can do. You can get if you see underneath the exhaust header there, there's two oil filters on this, so you can get caps for both sides that are orange, and that makes her look a little fancy. I think I can probably get a better chain guard here on the front. Looks a little cooler, but you don't want to get too blingy, because then you're too chotch, right? So the biggest problem with the 690, as I could see it when I was looking at it, was the tank is small, and you can only get here Canada 200 clicks is miles. I think that's about 130. I hit the fuel light at about 180 clicks now. So on my DRZ was the same. It didn't have great range, so I got some racks and mounted these Rotopacks on here. There's 1 gallon Rotopacks, and the DRZ at about doubled my range. It doesn't quite on this, but still gives me 350 clicks, which is lots and lots, right? So yeah, these are Tusk racks. I saw Everride's Tusk Rocky Mountain MC ATV rebuild of the WR250R, and he was talking about the Tusk stuff, so that made me go over to their site. And then they had a 690 build, and so I said, okay, I want a bunch of that stuff. But Rocky Mountain MC doesn't sell. They sell these racks, which are made for panniers, right? But they don't sell them as like this to be able to mount our Rotopacks on it. So I had to weld this plate in here, if you can see that, to mount the mount on, and it actually works pretty well. Painted her all up nice, and works pretty good, because I don't even have to use the Rotopacks thing actually to get it off. I just pop it off like that, and it does rattle a little bit. It's not quite as solid if it was welded on there for but these racks were super easy to install, and they just went right on my DRZ. I had Happy Trails racks, and actually a little Happy Trails top box, and it was a pain. They didn't go on very well at all. So, and I had to do some welding and drilling and stuff like that to get it to go on the DRZ. And this one, first time good. So I'm really happy with that. You can put passenger pegs in here. They sell a bracket or whatever, but because the KTM comes with passenger pegs that you mount right there, but use those bolts for the rack. So it doesn't matter. I don't haul anybody except for my daughter, and she's 4, so I just putz around the yard a little bit with her. So the other thing, these really sweet at Sherby KTM Power Parts handguards, the ones that come with the bike, are garbage. They're good for wind, and that's it. I delayed putting them on because I delayed buying them because I thought, well, I'll try those ones that are on the KTM, but they don't, or stock ones, but they don't do anything. And it's pretty nice actually. Usually the Cherby ones are, you get guards and they're just kind of a little tiny bit of wind protection, and they're usually less than stock, but this one is actually a little more than stock for wind protection. So I'm pretty impressed with that. They went on real easy. They look pretty beefy and they look nice. So I have I don't have the seat. I will get a seat concept seat. I had one for my DRZ. It was awesome. I've already spent a whole bunch on this already, so I'm just delaying the inevitable, I guess, right? So I haven't done a skid plate. The stock one looks okay. I mean, I thought the handguards looked okay, but they were not. So hopefully the first time I hit a rock, I don't smash it. But this country doesn't have a whole bunch of rocks. If I go down to Phoenix area, there's lots of rocks there, so I might have an issue. And the wings exhaust, the stock exhaust, I bought the bike and my wife's like, wow, it is really quiet. That's so nice. And I thought, well, that's going to probably change pretty soon. But the stock exhaust is giant and heavy. It's got a catalytic converter in it. And it might not happen here, but I've heard, you read on the forums and whatever, that people melt their tank because it's got a big cat in there, it gets hot, and it's really close to the gas tank underneath, like, because the gas tank's in the back, right? So this one's, at least an inch, half an inch further away, and it's straight flow, doesn't have a cat, so it runs cooler anyways, and it sounds freaking awesome. So I had this on my DRZ, this little GPS mount with this GPS map 62S. Works good for me. I like having the, it's rugged. I don't have touchscreen. Touchscreen's okay. My dad has a touchscreen, but it's not like an iPhone. Like, the touchscreen doesn't work as well. So I actually like this pretty good. The screen's a little small, but that's okay. I have another back tire. This one's disappearing pretty fast. I have a Shinko 244 in the garage here, and that'll go on. I probably will do bar risers eventually. They're not too bad, but... And I haven't set up the suspension. I haven't touched any of the damping, all that sort of stuff. I'll need to do that. It's okay, but it's not perfect. I will probably get take-two mirrors. I ended up buying a brake lever because I broke the other one when I fell with the old handguards. I actually just cracked it a little bit. That's actually the stock one. The new one's waiting to go on when this one craps out, because that one still works. And then I cut this off right when I got it. I cut the clutch lever off because 2 fingers is, I can't do it. I'm used to having just 2 fingers in the clutch, and it doesn't work otherwise. So, and the Ktm Tank Bag, it's a good tank bag. It's actually a little big. I probably should have got the smaller version of it. I was watching Goat Cabeza video recently, and I think he has the same one on his ADV bike. So it's pretty big for a enduro bike, right? But it does store lots of stuff, so that's okay. And then the tank, with the fuel tank at the back, you don't have to get in there and take it off every time you want to fuel up. So that's kind of why I went with the back box on the DRZ, because there's no fuel tank, and that's why I went with this on this one, because there is no fuel tank here, so it makes it easy. Other than the key's a bit of a pain to get out there, but that's okay. So we shall start it up, and you can hear how amazing this thing sounds. with yeah, the stock exhaust just isn't fun. So I mean, other than melting the tank, it's just not. Doesn't sound like it should. Should sound like that, like the FM power bomb on the DRZ and all that stuff.